And yesterday, I mean, I was feeling these energies come in. We've been talking about the energies in the membership all week. And so we've kind of been monitoring this for the last week anyway. And feeling this newness, feeling this energy. And I knew that a lot of light was coming in May. I could see a lot of light was coming in May, but I didn't realize what was going to happen. And then yesterday I connected to this newness, this light, and it very clearly came through of like the potentialities. And I've been doing a lot of, here's the geek side of me as well again, I've been doing a lot of research on the quantum field, and I started to feel into these limitless possibilities that this light was bringing, and how if I stayed in a certain vibration, if I stayed at a certain frequency and I put myself in that frequency of that timeline that I desire, I knew that this energy was going to carry me through that. So I asked for a very clear sign yesterday. It's so funny, I was laughing so hard this morning because I said, give me a clear sign that I am on the right path and that this energy is going to take me to that timeline that I am choosing. And I was driving to see one of my clients yesterday who I had a session with. It was absolutely beautiful session. The energy was just wow, like off the charts. I got to experience her magic, so the tables were turned. And on the way to driving to see her, she messaged me to show that a buzzard was circling overhead over her garden. She was like, wow, like this is magical. And I was like, wow, like that must be the sign. Then I drove into her village, and as I drove into her village, that same buzzard came, well, I'm assuming it was the same one, it might not have been exactly the same one. The buzzard came down and across the road, and I was like, wow, okay, that is definitely my sign. And then we were out walking in nature, and we saw all these caterpillars that were like hanging down from the trees on cobwebs, and we were like, what is going on? Like, where are all these caterpillars just hanging in the air? And I was like, is that my sign? And then we saw like these incredible dandelions. And then we saw something that reminded us of Narnia, and we were like, oh my gosh, it's Narnia. And I was like, okay, right, just like, this is definitely a sign. And then obviously coming back last night, and I looked at the sky, and the sky, the only way I can describe it, and this is just going to sound crazy, but let me know if you saw this, there were frequency ripples going through the sky. You could see the waves, like just before sunset, you could see the waves of frequencies, it's giving me chills, through the sky. And so I knew something magical was happening. So I sat and I waited, and they came, and I was just crying. And then this morning I was like, oh my goodness, I asked for a sign. I saw the buzzard, I saw the dragonflies, I saw the caterpillars, and then the flipping northern lights without having to even go anywhere. So I just want you to like just tune into that feeling, just tune into that possibility of what else is possible. Like if something that you've always wanted to do just happens, like this happened to me last night, something that I've always wanted to see, and it just happened, okay? So what else is possible?